Wonderful stuff. Everybody's enjoyed the evening so much, so far, but here we go. Our biggest event yet on Setanta Sports. It has been a momentous year for us. We thank you for your support. If you're a new subscriber, we hope to have the pleasure of your company from here on. The Barclays Premier League, the Clydesdale Bank Premier League, the US PGA Tour on Setanta Golf, and so much more. And now, the main event of this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment the world has been waiting for is upon us. Coming to the ring, world champion, Mikkel Kessler!
There are many Dutch fans here in the Millennium Stadium. This, the biggest fight of Mikkel Kessler's life. He said that this is a dream come true to be here. He said that this is his moment, and a moment that he intends to capitalise upon. At 28, he says he's in his prime, and that this is his moment. Age, he says, will be decisive. That 7-year gap between himself and the 35-year-old Joe Calzaghe. And like Calzaghe, undefeated, he's looked relaxed and confident for the most part this week. I thought he looked a little bit jittery at the press conference, and maybe just a little at the weigh-in. But who can blame him, because he knows maybe that this is his career on the line. He says that this is his big opportunity and he doesn't expect to get another one, and that's why he's going to take his chance while it's there. The crowd all on their feet around this vast auditorium, trying to get a look at the Danish champion, who moves towards ringside, right by our side, a few feet away from where we're commentating. And there he is, Mikkel Kessler, stepping up into the ring. He's been a professional since 1998, now here in 2007. This is his biggest moment.
And now making his entrance to the ring, world champion, Joe Calzaghe!
The roar of the crowd tells its own story. This Welsh national hero, and one of the greatest boxers that Britain has ever produced, now makes his way to the ring in his 44th professional fight. There's his son, his 21st defence of the WBO title that he won against Chris Eubank back in 1997. I commentated on that one at the time. I don't think anybody could have thought that he would still be the #1 in the world 10 years later. But tonight he faces one of the sternest tests. He says he needs the fear factor to get himself up to the very highest level, and the smile on his face tells its own story also. He said if you cannot appreciate performing on this sort of stage, then you really shouldn't be in the sport, because this is everything that he ever dreamed of. This is his stage, his moment, but can he now deliver the performance to go alongside that occasion? Calzaghe at 35 has got to be right at his very best, following his father Enzo into the ring. This is the partnership which has endured for so long. He's milking the applause of the crowd, trying to whip them up into a level of frenzy and support which will surely be an intimidatory factor for Mikkel Kessler. Well, they will not be underselling this one, you can guarantee it. The WBO belt being carried in right now by Enzo Macronelli. Let's go back to the man who really has the perfect way of introducing these big fights, Michael Buffer.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, 2 national anthems. First, please remain silent for the national anthem of Denmark. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the multi-award winning Bridge and Male Voice Choir to sing the National Anthem of Wales. Ladies and gentlemen, from Millennium Stadium, Cardiff, Wales, Mr. Frank Warren for Sports Network is proud to present the main event of the evening, brought to you in association with FrankWarren.tv and International Entertainment, along with Satana Sports and HBO, sponsored by Nemiroff and The Sun. This is the contest we've all been waiting for. Undefeated champion versus undefeated champion. 12 3-minute rounds for the universally recognized undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. Sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, Lord Brooks and John Reese QC, stewards in charge. The World Boxing Organization, supervisor, Mr. John Duggan of the United States. The World Boxing Association, supervisor, Senor Renzo Bagnarial. The World Boxing Council, supervisor, Monsieur Balvin Luis of Belgium. At ringside, the 3 judges scoring this contest will be from Italy. Signore Mastino Baravecchio. From the United States, Mr. Raul Caiz. From the United States, John Stewart. Inside the ring, referee in charge of the action, also from the United States, Mr. Mikkel Ortega. And now, for the tens of thousands in attendance in person and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the red corner, wearing red with white, official weight 168 pounds. He made his professional debut in 1998 and captured the WBA World Championship in 2004. He added the WBC title in 2006. His record is a perfect one, consisting of 39 bouts, 39 victories, including 29 knockouts. From Copenhagen, Denmark, the reigning, defending WBA, WBC Super Middleweight World Champion, the Viking Warrior, Mikkel Kessler! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black with white, official weight 166 pounds, 7 ounces. He currently is the longest reigning champion in the world and one of only 6 men in boxing history with 20 successful world title defenses. In 43 bouts, he has 33 victories, including 32 knockouts. Presenting the fighting pride of Newbridge, Wales, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBO super middleweight champion of the world, Calzaghe.
Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Good luck to both of you. Touch them up and come out fighting at the belt.
It was here in the old Cardiff Arms Park that Joe Calzaghe's career began back in 1993 against one Paul Hanlon. Now here in 1997, he has what may be one of the toughest nights of his career. The action underway, it's a 12-rounder. Calzaghe says that the key is controlling centre ring, and straight away that is exactly where he is. Kessler says he has no fear that this is his moment and he's going to seize it. Well, this first round is going to be fascinating. Kessler with a slight height and reach advantage, as you can see, stands around 6'1". Calzaghe almost exactly on the 6 foot mark. Joe Calzaghe, who's looked so confident, beating Jeff Lacey back in March last year, has taken that confidence, that self-belief onto another level. But now he has to be, and he knows it, he has to be right at its best. Will it be technical? Will it be a brawl? There's the first solid right hand from Mikkel Kessler.
Yeah, Calzaghe started well here, John. He's up on his toes, looking to work the jab, working to the body as well. But Kessler just threw that right hand for the first time. And but I like the look of Joe early on. He looks confident, and he's taking the fight to Kessler.
Well, it's just having a look. They're just feeling each other out here in the early stages. No real punches of any note thrown as yet. Calzaghe just waiting for Kessler to commit himself. Throws a little sneak left hand into the body and then going looking for the head. But Kessler, we know, has a really tight guard. He's a classical sort of European style fighter, stands very upright but keeps a tight defence, and everything flows off that left hand lead. Good quick right hand there, trying to punish Calzaghe as he comes in close, aiming towards the body.
What he's not doing, John, what he's not doing what Jeff Lacey did, actually coming forward. Kessler's hanging back a little bit, and he's making Calzaghe lead.
It's a close bet, this one, with the bookmakers. As Kessler almost stumbles over his own feet there as he got into reverse mode. Calzaghe has been the betting favourite, but the odds have narrowed as the fight has neared. That's a decent left hand from Calzaghe.
Yeah, nice shot to the body there from Calzaghe. Straight left hand, actually working with the jab to the head and then switch the attack downstairs. That was a good shot.
And there's the left hand from Calzaghe, trying to wing the shot around that straight left hand lead of Kessler, who started well. Kessler's got a nice economical style, but there's the jab of Calzaghe going through the high held guard of Kessler. Calzaghe showing good hand speed. It's an intriguing opening round. Not a lot between them. 12 rounds and a fascinating opening period. Back here in Cardiff, a close opening round. Difficult to separate them. Richie Woodall's given it to Joe Calzaghe, but it was a quiet one. They were just taking a look at each other. Kessler, classical left-hand lead. He's got a really good jab. And Enzo Calzaghe, between rounds, was saying, work your jab. Oh, that's good. Showed him the right hand and then looped the left around the guard. But there's evidence of that left jab of Kessler. And the right cross. Good work from the Dane. Plenty of support for Kessler. They say that as many as 5,000 may have made their way over here. And our hotel certainly had very much a Danish feel.
You can actually walk into the stadium, John. There was a lot of Danes in the pubs and clubs with the flags. This is a better start from Kessler in this round. He's got through some nice jabs, but also he's looking to land that right hand.
Calzaghe being told off by the referee Mark Ortega about pulling his man on, about dragging on to the back of the head. Kessler showing good organised defence, good hand speed and a classy jab.
John, he knows that if he leads and falls short, then he walks into that trap that Calzaghe as a counter-puncher sets. Remember, a counter-puncher, he doesn't want it. He wants you to lead so you fall short and then he counters you. So that's why Kessler's being very, very cautious here.
Enzo Calzaghe, Joe Calzaghe's trainer, believed that it was distinctly possible, although he wasn't saying so much in public, that his man could finish Kessler in as few as 6 rounds, which is big talk. Kessler's never been down, either as an amateur or as a pro, and that's a decent right hand from Kessler, and a good left jab, and now Kessler's starting to come in, and he's looking for Calzaghe. Good right hand, good work from Kessler. The crowd trying to get behind Calzaghe, and Kessler is fighting to a plan and he's showing good skills.
Yeah, Joe just got a little bit cocky there, didn't he? He dropped his hands, made fatal mistake there, got caught with a good jab and a good straight right hand from Kessler. Better work from the Dane.
Well, if the first round was close and maybe possibly just in Calzaghe's favour, I think that Kessler has certainly bossed this second round, unless Calzaghe can have a big last 30 seconds and maybe catch the judge's eyes.
That's better from Calzaghe, in and out. Hit his opponent, made his opponent miss, then he was back at him again. That was better boxing.
Technical fight so far, this one, not a brawl. Calzaghe sometimes likes to go to toe-to-toe war, but it's not been that way so far. Again, Joe Calzaghe choosing to stand between rounds. Never seen him do that before. Maybe a bit of a psychological ploy. All square on our cards. Calzaghe lands first with the right-hand jab and then the left cross following up. It's technical, it's boxing. It's down to boxing skill at this stage. Oh, he's gone down! Left hand, no knockdown, says the referee. He says he slipped. The crowd were instantly up on their feet. And Mike Ortega says no knockdown.
Well, John, I think there was a body shot in there and he caught off balance, Mikkel Kessler.
Well, controversy here in round 3 as Kessler touched down. Kessler looking to impose himself, but look at Calzaghe going looking for him. He bossed the centering, there's a good left hand from Calzaghe. And now he's starting to learn flurries of punches. This is the Calzaghe we saw against Lacey. He needs to be at that sort of level if he's going to win this fight, but Kessler still looks organised. He's not been panicked into going toe-to-toe. And a decent right hand there from Kessler, and a body shot.
Good rally there from Calzaghe, taking the fight to Kessler. You know, it's a close one, John, but the man going forward, throwing more punches, it's got to be Calzaghe.
That's the little trademark of Calzaghe. 1, 2, 3, 4, little pit-pat punches, and then you get the big one on the end of it. Flurries of punches, followed by what Kessler describes as a slap. Look at that. Almost gave him a little bolo punch, showed him the left hand, and then speared him with the right-hand lead. Classic Calzaghe.
This is what I was saying about Calzaghe, John. He can adapt and he can change his style. The first couple of rounds he was standing too far away, but now he's actually taking the fight to Kessler. You're closing that gap down, boxing more short to mid-range. That's Calzaghe's territory.
Remember, 3 belts on the line tonight. Calzaghe for the 21st time defending that WBO belt, and he said that what's motivated him is the 2 shiny little belts from the WBA and the WBC that Kessler also brings to this epic fight tonight. Good left hand from Calzaghe, who's visibly growing in confidence. Another solid left hand and another. Look at this. Calzaghe is starting to turn on the class here in the 3rd round. Superior hand speed, and the Dane forced to give ground again. This is what has enthralled the American audience about Joe Calzaghe, but he cannot afford to get complacent. No, more showboating as he even put in a little alley shuffle there.
Yeah, I'd just like to see him with his hands slightly higher, John. This is better from Calzaghe now. This is Calzaghe's round, no doubt.
Really good round, this one, for Joe Calzaghe. Kessler trying to finish as the aggressor with a solid right hand, but all the meaningful work there came from Calzaghe, and this time, after twice standing between rounds, he sits happily down on his stool, and it'll be fascinating to hear what they're saying in that corner.
That's the basic of Calzaghe's neck. That's the way you boxing. That's the way you box. Fucking what? They don't watch back on it. What's his pants?
They're happy. That's the way, is what I can just about edit out of that one.
Yeah, he was saying that's the way, that's the pace you've got to box at, Joe, and he's right, his father Enzo. He's got to take the fight to Kessler, he's got to shorten the range down, work in bursts, and it certainly played dividends. Look, there was a little punch there, but he was off balance, it was a slip.
Yeah, his feet went from under him. I think the referee was spot on there.
Yeah, there you go.
That's no knockdown.
Yeah, that isn't a knockdown, no. Well, good round from Calzaghe there, John. Up the work rate.
Seconds out, round 4.
It's starting to warm up towards the epic that we suspected it might be, and after 3 rounds, we've now got Calzaghe ahead. Good jab from Kessler, solid one. Caught Calzaghe pretty flush.
Yeah, he also got caught with a straight left from Calzaghe. He didn't get that punch back to the guard position, and Calzaghe capitalised with a straight left hand.
Somebody asked me this week about what sort of strategy Calzaghe would employ. Well, that's a difficult one. I asked Joe that, and he said, well, to be honest, I sometimes don't know myself until I get in there. He's such an instinctive sort of fighter, and Kessler now is controlling centre ring. Early stages of the 4th, Kessler may be just getting the better of it, but here comes Calzaghe. There goes those. Oh, he's been caught! Caught by a right hand from Kessler. Good shot from the Dane. Calzaghe came in trying to throw those trademark flurries of punches, and he was caught with a really solid right hand.
Yeah, good shot from Kessler, that was. Calzaghe's feet come square, John.
And the uppercut! Right uppercut as well. He's taken 2 really big solid shots from the Dane, and these are dangerous moments for Calzaghe in the 4th round. He's going to have to dig deep. He's got to go into the trenches. The crowd hushed now, relatively, from where they were before, and the chants go up from the Danish supporters. He's now got to dig deep. We've got to see now vintage Joe Calzaghe.
Yeah, Calzaghe
Again from Kessler. Sorry, Richie.
He's getting caught with a couple of good right hands here, Calzaghe. Good work from Kessler, keeping that high guard and waiting for Joe to come in, then landing that right hand. He's done it 3 or 4 times now, John, in this round.
It's a good round for Kessler, this one, and it shows that Calzaghe, for all his hand speed, can be tagged. Kessler said he'd spotted errors in Calzaghe, and that at 35 he's making more mistakes. Great uppercut from Kessler. Calzaghe takes it, though. Terrific shot from the Dane. It is starting to boil up to be something very special, but this is a big round for Kessler, and Calzaghe's got 30 seconds still to get through here in the 4th. Anxious times for the great Welsh hero. Almost caught him again with the uppercut, but that's a decent right hand from Calzaghe, who's trying to employ a tighter defence now, a higher held guard. There's no showboating at this stage. Well, I wouldn't like to have my money one way or the other here at the moment. This is a good round for Mikkel Kessler. That must surely have squared it up. The Dane landed some big right hands, Richie.
Yeah, some good stuff there from Kessler. He was actually waiting for Calzaghe to come in. Calzaghe made mistakes there of just walking in and the feet came square. His target became too open and took some big right hands on the inside. Look at that for the right uppercut from Kessler. Timed the shot perfectly well, right through the middle. That hurt Calzaghe.
He can hit.
Yeah, he can hit. There it is again. That's a cracking shot. But, you know, John Calzaghe, great champion, and he's got a great chin.
Well, Joe Calzaghe always says a true champion finds a way. There's the WBC belt. The photographs or the images there of Muhammad Ali on the left, Joe Louis on the right, two of the greatest heavyweight champions, if not the greatest heavyweight champions of all time. Now into the fifth round. We've got it dead level, but Kessler's had a big fourth. In case you need any sort of identification help, let's say Kessler has got the odd tattoo, big ones.
John, what Calzaghe's got to do here now, he's got to get back to his boxing ability, this in and out style that he's got. He had some success taking the fight to Kessler, but he's starting to get caught with right hands. Now he's got to change again and adapt to the situation, in and out stuff.
Kessler is fancying this one big time. That fourth has given him a real sense of self-confidence, and Calzaghe now knows that he can be caught and that he can be hurt. He knows all about the power of that right hand of Mikkel Kessler. But Kessler's not found it so far here in the fifth. Little pitter-pat punches from Calzaghe. Two jabs though, followed by the left.
That's what he's got to do, John, in and out. Make Kessler lead. When Kessler leads, he falls short.
Oh, just right hand from Kessler. Really good uppercut. That's a danger shot. Oh, and he went for the payoff punch on the back there.
I think he's there, though, John. Joe actually put his head forward, didn't he? Just inviting Kessler to throw the shot, and he did, and it landed.
Kessler is certainly fancying this one now, and you can understand why. Calzaghe has not really thrown a solid shot, which has put him onto the back foot for some 2 rounds or so. He's touching him, he's keeping him busy, he's keeping him off balance with these right-hand leads, trying to show his boxing skills, but the power shots have come from Kessler. Although he's not done a huge amount in this round.
But this is what Calzaghe has got to do, John. Just keep working away with the jab, and this brings Kessler out of his shell a little bit, brings him forward, and then hopefully will bring him onto Calzaghe's left hand.
Well, Calzaghe said that Kessler fights in straight lines. Maybe he's right, but they're effective straight lines, and so Calzaghe's got to keep moving, got to keep creating the angles. Anybody's fight at this stage. Calzaghe trying to work to the body and making Kessler miss. This is a better round for Calzaghe. Kessler just being a little bit outboxed here in the fifth, being slightly bamboozled. The hand speed of Calzaghe good. He's beating him to the jab. Kessler being made to fall short as Calzaghe uses good footwork. 2 more get through, and another little left hand just peppers into the face of the Dane, and the right hand lead. Good boxing skills from Joe Calzaghe, who hasn't lost a fight, of course, for donkey's years. Good round for Calzaghe.
But for me, Calzaghe was much busier.
Back here, we have Calzaghe now maybe just edging ahead. Enzo Calzaghe was saying, don't lean in, don't come in with your head, don't fall forward, and Joe Calzaghe acknowledged that. He said, yeah, I know that, and that's why he took that big right uppercut. But the more scoring punches for me in that 5th round came from Calzaghe. Starting to look as though it may well go long, this one. We're into the 6th now, nearing the halfway stage. Calzaghe having to rely on hand speed and boxing skills at this point.
Now we'll see if Kessler can change his style here, John, because he was outboxing that last round, and that's what Calzaghe's got to keep doing. Just boxing, probing with the jab, straight hands. Now Kessler's got to do something different to get back into it.
It's a technical contest at this stage rather than the all-out war or the all-out brawl that some might have wanted or expected. Perhaps that is yet to come.
Good right hand to the body there from Kessler. He didn't follow it up though, just a single shot, not enough.
Good left hand from Calzaghe as Kessler now forced to give a bit of ground. But Calzaghe mindful of that advice, not to come boring in towards the body with his head low, because that presents the opportunity of that big right uppercut which has detonated on his chin on more than one occasion already in this fight.
I said, John, at the start of the contest that it'd be the man who can change his style and change his tactics. Calzaghe's done that. He's gone on the inside now, he's boxing long. Can Kessler change his tactics?
The ability to adapt can sometimes be the key in these fights. You're talking about fractions between winning and losing at the very top, and believe me, these two are the elite of the super middleweight division.
See, 3 and 4 punches there from Calzaghe, and nothing came back from Kessler. They're not powerful shots, but they're scoring points.
That right-hand lead is a faster and more insistent punch than Kessler's jab at this point. Kessler had a big 4th round, let's not forget that one. At that point you wondered whether it was going to go big time in his direction, but he's not been able to build on that as Calzaghe has regrouped and thought it out. Quiet around this one, but still for me, Calzaghe just may be getting the edge. Though that's a good left-hand, right-hand combination from Kessler, the old 1-2.
Yeah, Joe fell short there with his 1-2 himself. And Kessler came back with a good counter. But this is Calzaghe's round again, John. It's been a quieter round, but Calzaghe's won it.
Calzaghe, we reckon, took that last round through more shots, and Kessler, I think Calzaghe has realised, does not look a particularly effective man if you can get him into reverse gear, put him on the back foot, and there's not too much comes back.
You've got to put him on the back foot beyond your boxing now, John, that's the key. Calzaghe made mistakes of going forward and bringing his back leg forward, and that made his target square on and got caught.
Good work from Calzaghe. Uppercut only just missed from Kessler. Calzaghe's got to maintain his concentration. Kessler needs a good round just to stop Calzaghe accumulating these rounds as well. Expecting has done. That's good work. Lovely left hand from Calzaghe.
That was good stuff. There was actually a little right hook that went in there. Oh, this is better!
Shot! Right hand from Calzaghe rocks back the head of Kessler. Calzaghe showing superb boxing skills there. Remember this man at 35 years old. He says you can forget that though because he's never had the wars and that he can still turn it on. American TV now are sold on him. They love his style. They wanted to come over here. The American media are here in force as well. Calzaghe is a world boxing star. Kessler has to do something big. Good right hand from Kessler. And Calzaghe's been rocked. That was a really solid one. And now Calzaghe has to regroup. Suddenly, just as Calzaghe looked as though he was taking control, the power of Kessler has brought him right back into it.
Yeah, what a great contest, John. One lapse in concentration there, and he gets caught again there, Calzaghe.
The right hand of Kessler really is a bomb. It's an absolute pile driver of a shot. And Calzaghe cannot afford to get caught by too many of those. He's been maybe caught flush 4, 5, 6 times in this fight. So far, the chin has held good, but for how long?
Little graze just above Calzaghe's nose on the bridge there.
Oh, Kessler trying to wind up with that chopping right hand, followed by the uppercut again. Good work from Kessler. The power of the Dane is being shown again here in round 7. Far, far better round for the WBA and WBC champion.
Just when we thought Calzaghe was getting the better things and walking away with it a little bit, Kessler comes back and finds the target with those right hands, John, and the uppercut as well. Has worked well in this round for him.
Calzaghe's taken them, hasn't he? He's regrouped, the head is cleared, and he's back there now working behind the jab and picking up scoring shots. Well, fascinating. Calzaghe finished round well, but I think that one for me has to go Kessler's way. How would you score it, Richie?
Yeah, I think the cleaner work was from Kessler, and that just might have been the difference there. 67-66 at this stage for Calzaghe for me.
Beautiful work. Can you keep it up, Joe? Can you keep it? He had to rally 4 shots. Big deal. Just do not ban the jab for me, Joe. As you're doing.
There's psychological talk from Enzo Calzaghe. He threw good shots, big deal. Well, he may have only thrown 4 shots, but they were huge shots. That's some good work from Calzaghe, real good quality shots. Hand speed and aggression from the WBO champion, but look at this one.
Yeah, the accumulation of punches came from Calzaghe, but the cleaner shots were from Kessler. So for me, Kessler just edged it, John.
8th round, pays you money and takes your choice. This is boxing at its best. Calzaghe's biggest test, this one, for a long, long time. Kessler showing himself an altogether more competent boxer than Jeff Lacey ever was. Calzaghe gave him a boxing lesson. He's not been able to outclass Mikkel Kessler, no way. Far cry from Peter Manfredo, the last man who they brought over here back in April. Oh, that's good from Calzaghe. But there's a splashing right hand from Kessler as well.
Yeah, Kessler's actually landed 2 good left hooks in this round, John, and he's looking to land that shot now. Knows he has to get closer to Calzaghe. There's another right hand from Kessler. Knows he has to get closer to land the left hook.
Absolutely fascinating. If it's as close on the judges' cards as Richie Woodall has it, this one is very much in the balance, and Kessler is again starting to come on strong. Is he the stronger man? It's starting to look that way. Calzaghe's going to have to outbox him, and Kessler is trying to unload once more. Good right hand from Kessler, and Calzaghe forced to cover up. Momentarily, did those legs stiffen just slightly? I'm not sure, but he took a good right hand at Calzaghe yet again. And now Calzaghe go forward, forcing Kessler back. The technique is starting to ebb away, and it's starting to turn out to be a battle of willpower, of aggression. Who wants it? Who is the true champion? Those are good clubbing shots from Calzaghe, energy-sapping hooks into the rib cage of Kessler. That muscular, toned torso of Mikkel Kessler, huge for a super middleweight.
Good work again from Calzaghe, switching the attack to the body with that left hand. Better boxing from Calzaghe, and he's more busier again. This is a tight round, John, hard one to score.
Very tight one, but Calzaghe's landing the more punches, and again forcing Kessler back. Well, the referee won't like that, clubbing around the back of the head, and he's giving him a warning. He's giving him a warning. Is he going to take a point? He doesn't, but he's giving him a stern telling off. Any more of that, and points will be taken, no doubt. Good round, though, this for Joe Calzaghe. Good uppercut, left hand from Calzaghe. Kessler takes it though. This is a big round for the Welshman. He's bossed this last minute. Terrific exchange. What a round that was. All around the auditorium, people are standing up and cheering. That was great action, really was.
Tremendous round, and John, the thing is there, Calzaghe, the last minute, you hit it on the head, the last minute of that round, he poured it on, and that just might have been enough. There wasn't a lot in that round, but that last minute might have just swayed the judges. Some good stuff from Calzaghe, last minute, last half a minute, super stuff. And for me, just edged it.
Those are those shots around the back of the head which incurred the displeasure of referee Mike Ortega. But on the back of that, Calzaghe had a real big attack. And while it annoys the referee, it doesn't influence the scorers. Smear of grease above the left eye of Mikkel Kessler, maybe concealing a bit of bruising and grazing. Calzaghe got off his stool as though he's now confident. He believes that he's weathered the storm, taken the big shots of Kessler, and now is starting to outbox him. Look at that jab, quality. Good work again. And nothing from Kessler so far.
Yeah, Kessler's been very patient. He's looking to land the right hand, but he's waiting far too long. And Calzaghe, 3, 4, 5 shots and no reply from Kessler. Oh, comes back with a shot there though, John.
Yeah, he was caught off balance, Calzaghe. I think it looked more than it was. Calzaghe just covering up and just trying to box his way back in. Slip inside that left-hand lead, which is a good jab, remember, from Kessler. Mikkel Kessler, who says his favourite fighter is Oscar De La Hoya, but he said another of his favourites is Chris Eubank, and of course it was against Eubank that it all began back in Sheffield in 1997 for Joe Calzaghe. The career began here in 1993. Kessler would like to end it here, the man who was born, ironically, on St David's Day. Good work from Calzaghe, forcing Kessler back. Yeah, those little slapping hooks, but they are scoring shots nevertheless.
Little clash of heads there as well. The referee should have said something to Kessler there. Heads clash definitely. But Joe's just got to watch it here, John, with this left hook of Kessler's. Kessler's looking to land this left hook. There you go, look.
Missed though. He's looking to wind up on it and then right over the top. That gave the Danish fans who've travelled over here a little bit of room for optimism, even at this stage. Of course, the fact that we see Calzaghe ahead need not necessarily be the way it is. Down to the judges. If it goes the distance, could still be some sort of knockdown or knockout, you never know. Calzaghe's been down twice against Kavari Salem and against Byron Mitchell, got up to beat both of them. Kessler has never been down as either an amateur or a professional, a man with a granite chin. Calzaghe getting away with a little bit of holding around the back of the head. Referee didn't see that one. He was kind of outmaneuvered. He was looking through the back of Calzaghe momentarily as that happened. Kessler's not throwing enough punches now, Richie.
No, he's not. He's waiting far too long. I think he's having a bit of a breather, John. Many fighters do that over 12 rounds.
That was lovely from Calzaghe. 1, 2, 3. Put his head back and he's got it. Puts his gloves down contemptuously again, and that's danger area.
That scares me, John. No, it doesn't, and that scares me because Kessler's got a big shot with that right hand, and also he's looking to land the left hook, so Calzaghe's got to watch what he's doing.
Another round for Calzaghe. Got to be. Kessler simply didn't throw enough punches there.
Yeah, there's 4 titles. Do you want them? There's 4 titles. There's 4 titles. He's giving away too much. He's giving away too much. By agitating. You're agitating sometimes in the rallies, right? I told you before, work the jab, work the kilo. It doesn't matter. It all adds up, right? Okay, but when he misses, you can punish him. When he misses, right, he's starting to play, okay? You're doing well, but not better. You can do better, Joe, okay? Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Use your rallies to work the sport.
Some good work here from Calzaghe, coming forward. 2s, 3s, 4s. There's that little head clash. And I think Joe was half expecting the referee to actually step in there, but he missed it.
Bonus 10 seconds.
Well, Joe Calzaghe, for me, is now ahead in this fight. I'd be shocked if the judges were seeing it any other. And it's the boxing skills and the fitness of the older man, the man who says he's still king of the gym when it comes to fitness tests and running against all the younger fighters who are in there in Enzo Calzaghe's gym. We've got it, Calzaghe. And HBO, who are commentating for American viewers, have got it Calzaghe by 5 rounds. We've got it by 3.
He's just got to keep it tight, John, here, Calzaghe. He shouldn't take so many risks. Keep those hands up and work behind that jab, this in and out style that he's got. He can outbox this fella, he really can, and make it easier for himself. That's what I'm talking about, in and out, Joe.
The applause coming up now from the crowd, who recognise, I think, that Calzaghe, even in the autumn of his boxing career, is producing another virtuoso performance. Good right hand from Kessler, but Calzaghe blocks it, but then a good solid left hand lead from the Dane, who even here in the 10th round, let's not forget it, is a danger. He has power which could even now turn this one around. Those were all going through fresh air. And Calzaghe beat him to the punch with the left hook as he tried to detonate a right hand.
Keep that jab going, Joe. Double that jab up.
Richie Woodall, remember, who fought Joe Calzaghe back in Sheffield some 7 years ago. Joe winning by 10th round stoppage. It was a cracker of a fight as well. I commentated on that one. And now here comes Kessler. Is this his last big chance? Is this his last big opportunity? Good right hand in there, in that exchange. But there was only the one big scoring shot. Calzaghe, I think, slipped that one largely as well. The Dane said this is his big chance. He knows it. He may never get another one at this sort of level.
I think he realises it's slipping away, John, as well. That's why he's starting to come forward and trying to nail Calzaghe with the jab. Sorry, with the right hand.
Good left hand, good left hook from Kessler. This has been a better round from the Dane, certainly a closer round. Now Calzaghe had the great champion's flourish in the last 20 seconds, which catches the eye. Anybody of a certain age who remembers the career of Muhammad Ali will remember the way in which he used to turn on the style in the last 30 seconds. Great champions almost have an inbuilt clock in their head, and Calzaghe is one of them. The last 30 seconds there to Calzaghe, was it enough to win him the round? Tight one, that.
Yeah, tight run. I'm going even Steven round there, John. You know, I don't score many rounds even, but for me, there wasn't a lot in that round, and I couldn't separate them.
Well, a worst case scenario, if you were to give it to Kessler, would take it on your card down to 2. But Calzaghe at the end there really piled it on.
Yeah, some super stuff. But Kessler, he's still in this. Catches Calzaghe with a couple of good right hands there. And Calzaghe, like I've said, he's just got to keep it tight here and just stick to his boxing ability.
Calzaghe's boxing has just been a wee bit too much for Kessler so far, we think. Calzaghe being told by his father, how much do you want these 4 belts? He's got the ring belt. HBO incidentally gave that last round to Calzaghe. We scored it level, we've got it closer than the Americans. In the penultimate round, Joe Calzaghe in his great arena here in South Wales, and has started the 11th round well.
Oh, lovely by Calzaghe there. Actually threw a feint, didn't he, with that first jab.
If he does come through this, Richie, I think at super middleweights he no longer has anything left to prove. If he's going to continue, I suspect he's going to step up. This, if he can do this, if he can win what is effectively a clean sweep of titles. Oh, that's terrific. Great uppercut from Calzaghe. Kessler bravely comes forward, but he's punished for his tribulations as he does so.
Master boxing display here from Calzaghe. Just got to keep it tight. Look at that, beautiful jab and then the hook. Lovely stuff.
He's taunting Kessler now. Look, the gloves are low, and Kessler just doesn't have the self-confidence anymore to come forward. Calzaghe is playing with him in the 11th. Simply too good a boxer. Unless Kessler can find the detonator of a right hand to turn this one around, this is turning out to be another glory night for this Prince of Wales.
Let's not speak too soon though, John. Kessler's still in this contest, he's still powerful. Joe's got to stay focused 100% to the last bell.
Kessler, granite chin, takes two more big shots. Left hook from Calzaghe, and now the Dane comes plodding forward, looking for, even at this stage, the one big punch which might turn it round. And Frank Warren on his feet, imploring Calzaghe to keep his gloves up, and that's why that right hand only just off target. Wherever you may be watching this, you're watching an outstanding contest from two terrific champions, and Calzaghe finishing the 11th round, the stronger man once more.
The way he's up on his feet, John, he's boxing like, you know, a 25-year-old Calzaghe. He really is. Super energy, super skills, his fitness fantastic.
The crowd are simply loving this, the Welsh crowd that is. That's a left hand from Kessler though, which caught him on the side of the head as contemptuously Calzaghe dropped his hands low. But Kessler has thrown very little in that 11th round, and that was a big round once more for Calzaghe. Kessler's got to knock him out, I reckon.
Yeah, I've got it 107, 103 at this stage, John. Just got to stay tight for this last round. I think Kessler will come like a bullet again.
Just let's listen to what is being said in that corner as we talk our way through this.
You got me? I want your jab. You got dominate it. Dominate.
Jab and dominate. That's what he's saying. Jab and dominate.
Yeah, too right. Jab and dominate. Keep your distance. This guy's going to come at him now. He's just got to keep it tight now, and plenty of movement, a bit like he did against Jeff Lacey, off to the side and pop that jab out as Kessler couldn't fight.
The Millennium Stadium rises to these two fighters who touch gloves in a show of respect and appreciation before 3 minutes of mayhem. Here we go. The last round of this unification world super middleweight title fight. Kessler, we think, has to find a knockout.
Just got to box long range here now, John. Calzaghe, keep the distance and just box and move to the side. The fight's won. He's just got to get through this last round for me.
It's not in Calzaghe's nature to go running around the ring in a cynical display of defence. He'll want to finish it as the man bossing the fight, as he has done throughout the second half of the fight. Look at that hand speed, classical jab cross combinations, switching the attack to the body, and Kessler having no reply.
Yeah, that was beautiful from Calzaghe there. Vintage Calzaghe, super stuff, great boxing skills.
Good body shot from Kessler, big right hand. Calzaghe fell that one. This is the last throw of the dice. Has Kessler got it in him to turn it round, even at this late stage? He believes he can. Oh, uppercut from Kessler. Really good solid right hand. And the Dane is coming forward, looking for the big payoff punch. Calzaghe's chin has been tested on maybe 7 or 8 occasions in this fight, and it's stood the test.
Kessler knows he needs a knockout here, John. That's why he's coming forward, looking for the big right hand, the right uppercut, the left hook. But Calzaghe boxing superbly well.
Moving towards the last minute of this tremendous struggle here in South Wales. Cardiff, as we approach, what time is it? Goodness knows, pushing on for 2:30. It's going to be rocking when they turn out from this stadium if the verdict goes Calzaghe's way, as we believe it must. Kessler has it in him maybe for one last big attack. There's a good left hook in there and a good solid straight right hand. Kessler's had a good 12.
Yeah, it's a last throw of the dice for Kessler. He's found the target, he's winning this round.
Last 30 seconds, who's got it right down to the finishing line?
Oh, good boxing again from Calzaghe. Oh, good right hand.
Good shot, as they said, simultaneously, as Kessler found his way through with a solid right. Calzaghe's gloves drop down again as he leaps in behind that right hand. Oh, good shot again from Kessler. This is a big final round from the Dane. What a round from Kessler. And the two hug. May it be a word from Calzaghe. I think Kessler knows that he's lost that one. Calzaghe raises his arms and celebrates. Cardiff celebrates. And Kessler, I think, as they hugged, told him that he knew that he had been beaten. And look at that. Father and son, the team that's endured through the amateurs, through the professionals, and at the age of 35, maybe his biggest test has been this one, and he's come through it. And what a performance! Yeah. What a performance!
Great performance from Calzaghe there, and in that last round I thought Kessler took the last round, but I've got it 1-1-6, 1-1-3 in favour of Calzaghe. Superb boxing display from Calzaghe. He was the man who adapted to it. He changed his tactics several times during the contest. A superb display from the Welshman.
I've just got it one round further to Calzaghe, Richie. That round which you gave level, I thought Calzaghe maybe just edged it. I've got Calzaghe by 4, and I know our American colleagues have got it wider. Frank Warren thinks quite clearly that his man has won it. HBO would like to bring the light heavyweight great Bernard Hopkins over here next year. I wonder if that might happen. That might be the way it's steered after this. Maybe the middleweight Kelly Pavlik. That's if the judges have seen it the same way as we have. These are always anxious moments, always, as the judges' cards are totted up. There are supervisors here keeping a close look at it. We've got men from the WBC, the WBA and the WBO taking a look, and I think we now have the verdict. And Michael Buffer is poised right in front of us, ready to deliver. Has Joe Calzaghe won it? Let's find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the scorecards, a round of applause for two undefeated champions coming into the ring. Here is the official scoring. Raul Hayes Sr., 117, 111. John Stewart, 116, 112. Massimo Barvecchio, 116, 112. All to the winner by unanimous decision. The Fighting Pride of Newbridge, Wales. Now the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Joe
of this particular sporting weekend, and for British boxing, who knows what might happen in the big one next month, but so far that is emphatically the British boxing performance of the year, and arguably for Joe Calzaghe the boxing performance of his career, because Kessler was a far more dangerous man than Jeff Lacey ever was. He hurt Calzaghe at times, but it was boxing ability which saw the Welshman through by margins of 6 points on one card and 2 of 4 points. And look at that. What a very proud man. Richie, you must almost feel, having shared the ring with him, you must feel so very proud for him.
Yeah, I am very proud for him. You know, he's a good friend of mine, Joe, and he's just proved that, you know, for me, he's undisputed champion. He's the best 12-stone boxer on the planet. And yeah, superb performance for a 35-year-old as well. He won't mind me saying that. Tremendous, it really is. I really feel for him. Fantastic stuff, John.